Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button. It is Junk Journal July. I craft sustainably. I junk journal a slow stitch, and Junk Journal July is rapidly going in front of us. Right, let me put those things there. We have a page spread that we're going to do that's called Small, but I kind of want it to continue from our brown paper, where I just simply made over some brown paper bags with some napkins and some gel pen, doing the things to sort of make magical potion ingredients. This is the Be Happy Stationery, who I'm doing Junk Journal July with. This is her Herbology kit. Can't get all my H's out today. Just some bottles from one of the spreads. I've added some distress spray that's somewhere on my desk and white gel pen, and that was kind of after the fact from the last video because I wanted it to sort of flow across. So what have I got to do today? Well, because it's small and the theme throughout this journal has been sort of fairies. So if I give you a sort of a little look back, we've had like photo fairies that have been like real vintage photos of people I don't know in the wild. Then I've used my own photos to create fairies. We've also used a cut up flower fairy book as well. So it's sort of like they're both sort of interdispersed. It's roughly every other page. It's either photograph. This time it's a photograph from out of a book that's been cut up. We're going to actually continue using that photograph today. Or it's been real photographs. This is my parents. Random person. More random people. Flower fairies. Random toddler. You get it. I'm hoping you've followed along, but if you've not, Sandra has a big, massive playlist. I will get my act together and create my own playlist for this. But yeah, there is lots going on. Should we get into it? So what I found in this flower fairy book, and I actually put it in my scrap pile, it was actually in the recycling, was on the cover page there was these little tiny, very pale grey scale flower fairies, and they're small. So I was like, okay, I might use them for that page. So I have them, and because they're grayscale, I've just gone around the outside with a little bit of silver pen. I use gold pen like it's my ink. I don't do the inking thing that lots of people do. And then we had this photograph, and this is literally all that's left because I've been snipping people away, and I'm sure I can make them too into a lovely fairy kind of situation. So I've got this kind of couple. He looks happy, and then she knows she doesn't look that happy. I'm sure. I don't know if it'll... There we go. Yeah, she doesn't look that happy. They're slightly out of focus. I quite like that about the vintage photographs. They're a little bit of an enigma because you're like, oh, what's really going on? So what we have here is some of my butterflies that are made from napkins that I've glued. I've just PVA cheap school glue onto a book page, dried it off, cut it out, and put a little bit of gold around to make it magical. So he's going to have his wings like that, kind of so that they're sort of fluttering back, they're not completely spread. And then she's going to have her wings sort of to the side. Her wings are going to be to the side. I think it's her wings that are going to be glued on first. So her wings are going to be like that. And then his wings are going to come over. Let's glue her wings on first. And then I'm not really sure. I've got a little bit of Be Happy. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about the rest of it. I've just kind of gathered a few bits. So let's glue this bit on first. Now she's got her arm behind her back. That's what I'm in my head because I've had to chop her arm off. So it's not, she's got her arms behind her arm behind her back, as does he. Hopefully he won't think about it too much. I think once it's all in, you're not going to really think where are their arms. Kind of slightly on the tilt. So they're fluttering, but they're fluttering behind, and I need that wing to be a bit behind her head. There we go. So that's her wings. So now his wings are going to be behind her as well. But they're going to be a little bit more unfurled. Yeah, that's how we were having it. So I can't believe how quickly July has just disappeared. It's actually Friday. Is it Friday the 25th? And I'm on some annual leave. I booked myself a long weekend this weekend. I've got things to do. Sort my house out. Sort my life out a little bit. Everything's gone to pot to get these videos and stuff. The intensity of it. Alright, so we have our little couple, and he needs to dry. He needs to kind of let the glue go off. They're a bit special. We're going to put them over there, face down. I did have another little lady, but she seems to have eluded me. I'm not going to worry too much about that. If I find her on my travels with things, fantastic. If not, I'm not going to worry. So, I was also thinking, small, I have this punch. I don't know where I got this punch from. I think it must be from a charity shop, because I don't remember ordering it. It's very, very heavy. It's a woodware one. I don't even know that as a brand. What I do know is it makes little envelopes. And that, I think, with a theme of small, will work very well. So we're just going to make scraps of Be Happy. We're going to make some little tiny envelopes. They could be waiting for fairy post. I don't know. We can make the story up. I'm not very good at making the story up. It needs sharpening. I need to get in there with some foil and cut some out to sharpen it up. It is very old. I've had it for years, and like I said, I can't remember where I got it from, but I do know it makes quite nice little envelopes. So I don't know if they're going to be coming out of an envelope, or if the little fairies are coming out of an envelope. I have no idea. We're just going to stamp a few more of these out, or punch a few more of these out. To apologise for my phone that's going off. Look at that. They look really good though. Little tiny envelopes. If you didn't have a punch like this, there is an easy way to make envelopes, and I will show you. This is not going to be square. I need a pair of scissors to make it square. So I need it to be roughly a square. So we're going to just not fold a crease, but sort of do the best we can. There we go. So you need to decide where do you want your top bit. I think I would like my top bit to be there. Make some folds in. How wide do you want your envelope to be? We're just going to fold it into the middle and make an easy peasy one. Go. It's going to be a squarish sort of shape. Fold that like that. Fold that over. That's how you make a traditional looking envelope without a punch, without a scoreboard, and you can size that up. They're going to be a little bit wonky. If you measured it and used a ruler, actually it wouldn't be wonky. It's just because I've just eyeballed it. And then you kind of snip the corners. I'm sure I've shown you how to do this before, but you might not have seen that video. But I've got that sense of deja vu. But that's alright. So there we go. That's that. We're gonna just futz with this a little bit to make it a little bit more envelopey. Again, that's a little bit wonky, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Just eyeballing things, taking little snips away, and then look, there we go. Just take that little corner off. You've got an envelope. So that's a little tiny envelope. I like the look of them from behind. So I don't know what we're going to do. Are we going to use these? I could ink them up with the gold and the silver. Let's see. Let's do. I've got 3. Let's see if we can do 5. Yeah, she said. Okay, so we've got 5. They're like little parchment envelopes with this Be Happy printing. Can't use my words. Okay, I think I do want them like little sealed envelopes. Let's put some gold around, gold and silver, and then make them like little sealed envelopes. And then we've got a little tree motif type thing that I got from the Herbology kit that I've fussy cut out, and I've just done my little magic touch with the gold. Not around everything, just around the, I guess, the bits that you would put some ink on. I've said this before, but I just find I don't like the look of everything being inked up. So here we go. Just make a trim. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with our leave. I know there's probably going to be lots of building work happening tomorrow, so that's why I thought I'm going to make some videos today, then I'm going to do some house jobs, and then we'll see. The weather's going to be alright tomorrow, so I don't know. I think I want to go out somewhere and avoid the building noise. Went to my office yesterday, my office location. There was building noise there. I thought, oh, flipping out, can't get away from it. The universe is trying to send me a message that we need to do some building work in our house. There are things I want to do. I want to replace the worktops in the kitchen and paint the cabinets. I don't think we've got enough money to replace the kitchen, and I have a feeling that like when we come to sell this house, like a first time buyer's going to buy it to do the loft conversion that it needs to be done so that it's a bigger house. So it's technically a 3-bedroom house, but actually it's a 2-bedroom because I'm sat in the 3rd bedroom that should be a bathroom really. But the bathroom's downstairs. So if I had all the money in the world, I wouldn't really be living on a busy main road in this town. But I'm very grateful that we could buy a house. So if I had all the money in the world to spend on this house, what would I do? I would put a loft conversion in and put a big master suite up there so that it would be like a 3rd floor or 2nd floor depending on where you live. And yeah, because there's quite a lot of space up there. So I would do that. And then I would put the bathroom in this room. I would turn the bathroom into like a utility room or a laundry. Rip the kitchen out, and there's a dining room attached to the kitchen. I would completely reconfigure it so that where the kitchen sink is, I would make that into big glass doors, and I would put a big lantern in the kitchen. So the kitchen's an extension, so it has been extended. It's like a 1-floor extension, but it's made the dining room quite dark. So I would do that. Do we want these envelopes to be open? What would we put in them? We could make little letters, couldn't we? That means I need to get rid of that nonsense. I don't like it. I don't like the... Even though it's recycled paper and it's not stark white. Yeah, let's just get rid. So, packing paper. Glued on, smushed around a bit because there was loads of glue. So yeah, that's kind of, I'm on some leave, which is nice. I've not had any leave since, I can't remember, I think it was bank holidays. We had the bank holidays off in May. I think I had some time over Easter. So I've just got this long weekend, and then I've got like 2 weeks and then a week off, and then we'll see. Yeah. So we'll just do a little bit of trimming. I need to put a bit more glue on, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I still don't know what I'm going to do with these little envelopes, but they're small. So I've got small fairies, small envelopes. We're halfway there. And I've got a tree. Oh, that wasn't very good, Lindsay. But if it's got something in it, we're not going to worry. I really don't want to worry about this. So I'll make sure it's got something in it. Okay. What's that? I think these are a bit deeper. So I don't know what we're going to do. What could we do? There's a lavender farm I've not been to. I'd like to go to the lavender farm. That's a bit short too. Not doing very well. It's alright. So how are you doing with Junk Journal July? Are you following along? Are you making something? I watched when Meg was doing Junk Journal July, before I had a YouTube channel. I must have watched it for a couple of years before I actually had the inclination to do it myself. And then I made a really simple book from an old spring-bound notebook that my daughter had. Just kind of gluing the pages in. It was very simple. But I had a blast. I remember that, like, I kind of thought, oh, why have I not done that before? And I just wasn't ready. There's no woulda, shoulda, coulda. Not with this. You just start when you're ready. You do what you can. You don't worry about what you can't do. Okay. Okay. Let's do some gluing down, and then let's have a go. Doesn't have to make any sense either. It just has to be pleasing. That's what I think as well for junk journals. Okay. One, two, three, four. Where's my 5? Did we do 5? We did do 5, didn't we? There we go, 5. So I buy punches. I've bought punches from charity shops. I've bought them online. I've bought them from Amazon. I've bought them from QVC. Oh, she says dropping that punch. I bought them from like Hobbycraft, like bricks and mortar stores. I think they're very versatile. Particularly things like this, like a little envelope. You can use it for lots of different things. Okay, so we've got our little bunches of fairies that have got the little outline in silver, done on one but not done on another. We're at 22 minutes already. And I even did some bits so that it wouldn't be a massive video for you to watch. On the background and some fussy cutting. Oh no! Good job, you can wipe it off. It's not perfect, but it's done with love. So yeah, lots of this weekend planning, doing some jobs, having a rest as well. Although I keep waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I think it's menopause. So I just go with it. Let's stick this down. So we have got a little bit of a tuck spot pocket situation happening. And then we can we've got all our elements, or most of our elements. I'm not saying we can't have more, because I think we probably can. Got some more of those yellow flowers somewhere. Where did I put them? Okay. So I've got some more of these, which are in the packets. So that could be a thing. Small ones. Oh, I could have them sticking out. Just have a play. Oh, could stick that way. I like that. Okay. But then we've got this tree. I don't know if I like it with the tree. And then we've got the envelopes. Perhaps the envelopes could have bits sticking out. Could that be the way we use the envelopes? Now, they could even be carrying the envelopes with bits sticking out. Nope. Okay. We have the tree. I like the idea of the tree. We have the couple. I like the idea of the couple being here. So they could have that in the background. I don't know if I like those two together like that though. What about sticking them a little bit further down? A little bit further up. On the tilt. On the tilt is good. That feels better. Oh, what about that? Let's put that overlapping that. So we've got 3 little envelopes. They're there. That can be really on the tilt. Where are the little flower fairies? We don't need to use the little flower fairies. Oh, they could go along the bottom, could they? I don't know, but I do like that. I like how it continues on. I don't know. Well, they need to stand. They're standing. Yes, they're definitely standing. But are they standing here? Or are they standing here? Kind of like them standing there. I like that, and do you know what I think I'm going to like is little bits of flowers sticking in the envelopes. Doesn't have to mean anything, does it? Okay, let's take them to one side and let's glue these down first. So we want to glue this one first. Then, which one was in the middle? Was it the purpley one's in the middle, isn't it? So let's glue this one down next. How cute are these envelopes and this paper? So you can make little tiny envelopes. Using that method, you can make envelopes of any size, like literally any size. Then that one wants to be a little bit more front and centre. I could probably put a little tilt on him. Okay. Right, our couple. Where's our couple? Oh. I think let's do, they're either there or they're there. Okay, I do like that. Going that way and tucked behind there. quite autumnal, isn't it? I want to move them over. Oh, I like that. They're definitely small. Right then, so we want small bits and pieces in these envelopes. Okay, I like that. Oh, something flashed at me. I think it might be running out of memory, so we'll be quick. There we go. Right, so I've got one envelope done. Put the buttercups in. I used to think buttercups were magic when I was little and they could tell you if you like butter or not. Did you used to do that with buttercups? Put them under your chin of your friends. Do you like butter? That and making daisy chain crowns. Got, we do that with those two. Then we've got that one. Potions ingredients. Okay. Let's see. Kind of do want the little dancing people. Oh, I think that's better than the little tree. Kind of like the colours of the tree. We can have both. Oh, it's like they're dancing through the sky. Okay, got it. We've got it. We've got it. Okay. It's amazing what you can do. You could take little bits and pieces. Little scraps of nothing and put them together and make something. That's why I like junk journaling. It's also why I like slow stitch, because it is taking those little bits and pieces that you don't particularly like. I've been, and one thing I will be working on is we're going to have a slow stitch September. It's going to be slightly different. I know Journal Eclectique, the lovely Carol, is interested in joining me on it. I am coming together. I've got an idea in my head. One of my jobs this weekend is to make it so that I know that it's going to work and that I can plan the videos in stages. So that is one of my jobs this weekend. So I thought today I would film some videos and get ahead, and then I've got a little bit of space to do that planning, because I still got to do my job. They were all joking at work, oh, when are you going to go part-time? I was like, that's just not going to happen. Or if it did happen, it's going to be like years and years off. People have different ideas, don't they? But no. That means then I have to be really careful with my time. Because that's not really well, it's not what it's about. I think that's what people think it's about, but I don't know. And it may be what it's about, but not immediately. I love it when you say in the comments that, like, you know, somebody said they'd made a paper fairy out of, like, a member of their family, and that they're using their resources differently or viewing craft supplies differently. I really like that. That's kind of a big part of why I do stuff. That's a cute little vignette. There we go. It's a just because page. Just because. And I kind of like the idea that they might have some big bottles in their shop, but these are the purveyors of magical ingredients. I don't know how well that's going to fit, those bits are going to photograph, but you know what? It's my journal. They're just very pale, they're ethereal. I might have to photograph them slightly differently, but I really like them. So there's lots of small things, and a lot of small things make a big whole. There we go. I hope you have fun with this prompt, and that you get your little tiny bits out and see what you can make with just the little bits that you've got skidding around your desk or in your stash. I look forward to hearing about it. So pop a comment in the description or in the comments below. There's a link to Be Happy's KoFi page where you can buy the kits. Join in. Go over to Be Happy Stationery's YouTube. There will be a playlist of all the other videos. You could really binge out, watch a lot of kind of content on this theme. It's never too late, even though it's towards the end of the month. You could still do Junk Journal July. If you've not finished your journal, that's absolutely fine. Take as long as you need to. This is about exploring your creativity and kind of joining in and being part of a community. I have a giveaway that I will be announcing when I do the flip through. So I have a box of goodies and envelopes of goodies. 2 envelopes, 1 box of goodies. And I will do a draw. To be in it to win it, you need to be subscribed to the channel. You need to like the video. You need to comment on the video. Ideally, I'd like a question in that comment, and please share. Alright then, I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye bye.